we'll go from here. Our body strengthening and also our balance. So again, the balance movements, there's not a lot of variation. We'll try to throw some, some ones that we've been practicing quite a bit, and then switch them up and maybe focus a little bit more on closing our eyes, which is helping us be a little bit more engaged. But other than that, I also do want to make sure, like I mentioned, the yoga mat, a small rag, a chair for safety net, and if you guys have that golf ball or tennis ball, so we could roll out our arches like last time, I do want to practice that a little bit too, just to work on that. And again, the small rags, we could work on gripping and kind of separating the towel to work on our arches too. So we could start, go ahead. And of course, don't forget your water. So, all right, great. And like I said, if you guys need the video afterwards, just go ahead and put your email address on the chat. So, all right, great to see all of you. And don't mind me, I'm just gonna mute everyone so we don't have too much background noise. All right. So again, lower body strengthening. We'll start with some warm up upper body and then focus a little bit more warm up on the lower body. So again, let's start with the neck circles. Make sure the slower, the better. We want the most range of motion as possible. Switch directions. All right, good. All right, let's bring our hand and let that weight of our arm stretch out that neck. Hope you guys had a good weekend. We're active. All right, let's switch. Did anyone just sit on the couch all day and enjoy the Super Bowl, eating nachos, or were we a little bit healthy? All right, let's grab the back side of our head and lean that forward. Okay, let's do some arm circles. Let's just rotate those arms. Forward, nice and easy. All right, reverse. And today we'll take it, a little bit more relaxed, and Tuesdays and Thursdays tend to be our more challenging days. So we'll kind of ease up into the week to make sure we get after it tomorrow. So make sure you're ready for that tomorrow. All right, let's do big windmills. So keeping the arm closed, just large circles. All right, reverse. Nice, switch arms. Reverse. Very good. See, to stretch out that arm across, show those shoulders. And I know we're not doing upper body too much today, but I do want to stretch out the body as, maybe you weren't too active this weekend, maybe we were, but, I just want to stretch. Switch it. Very good. All right, what I want to do is, again, let's try to pinch Imagine having a little peanut in the middle of your back, and you're just trying to pinch that with your shoulder blades. Okay, so just kind of bring your shoulders back and try to contract for a little bit, hold, and relax. And when you're relaxing, that's when you want to breathe out. So keep it tight, hold your breath a little bit, add some pressure, and see 2 more. Breathe out. Last one. Yeah, good. Stretch out that back too. Okay, let's do some trunk rotations. So arms up, rotate slowly. Here's some popping. Very good. Let's do some ab circles, okay? So again, leaning to the left, kind of cutting over to the right, and leaning back, okay? Let's do 5 on each side. And if you're just joining us, welcome. We're just starting the warm up. Haven't missed too much. And again, if you guys need the workout video, just go ahead and put your email on the chat, and I'll make sure to forward that to you later on today. Morning, sir. Very good. All right, we're gonna do big hula hoops, okay? So big circles. Big circles. Going clockwise right now. And I'll check the chat as soon as we're done with the warm-up. If you have any questions. But again, if you need the recording, just go ahead and leave your email address. All right, switch directions. Big giant circles. Okay, very good. Okay, we're gonna do some hip openers, but not focus on balancing too much. We'll do that one on our actual workout. So again, I just want you to drive up and out and back down. Okay, reset. So let's do 6 on each side. So let's keep that upper body facing forward, hips forward. Reset. One more. 6 seconds. And if you hear some popping or if it feels a little bit tight, just be careful. But if the popping, it could be just our joints kind of rubbing, tendons just kind of relaxing. Just be that. But if there's pain, then just let me know and we could alternate to something else. Okay. All right, we're gonna do a different one. So we're just gonna stand here and just some joint mobility around the hip. So I just want you to make little circles. If you need balance and hold on to something, go ahead. But I'm just doing circles. Right now I'm going counterclockwise with my right leg. All right, change directions. And we're pretty low to the ground with that leg that's swinging around. So if you feel unsafe, just bring that foot down, catch yourself before you fall. All right, switch directions or switch legs. Right, counterclockwise with my left. Switch directions. Very good. Let's do some alternating toe touches. So just marching here. Low leg cardio. Get some blood flow to our toes. Again, feel free to play music on your background. I know being quiet here can be a little boring, but just go ahead and follow along if you want to hear some background music. All right, let's go ahead and go to the wall or something that you can hold on to. And we're going to do regular swings. So swing forward and swing back. So let's go for 15 of these. Because we're focusing on the legs today, hips, lower back. I'm going to switch legs. And then it should feel more like a swing instead of like a forceful kick. Should feel fairly relaxed. All right. Once you've done 15, face the wall and then swing across your body. All right, and then we'll switch legs once you've done that 15 times. And I mentioned before, if you guys are doing a movement that feels funny or strange, and causing soreness or tenderness right after you do it, that might be a movement that you avoid. So for me specifically, I could go from here to here, and that's fine. But once I go here, so this little area right here, if I do that maybe 10 times, I'll for sure have back pain the rest of the week. So again, I'm not sure what it is. Like I said, I've had some lower back issues before I tried to stretch, but I'm not sure what it is. But just keep that in mind. You might have a joint or maybe a range of motion that you're limited to. And if it causes issues, then just avoid that. So that's mine. It's happened several times, so just keep that in mind. Let's do the quad stretch. So if you can go up to a wall again, the main thing is to stretch your quad. Not for balance here, but if you do want to work on your balance, you could go ahead and just be near an object. We want to hold right above the ankle or at the ankle. We just don't want to hold on the foot. And just pull back. You should feel that stretch in your quad. And the switch legs. Pull back. Very good. This is the hamstring stretch. So slight bend at the knees. Let's just bring our hands down our shins, down by our ankles. And let's hold this stretch here. Make sure you're breathing. Be mindful of your breathing. The more you pay attention to it, the more you'll be able to stretch. Deep, long breaths. And Let's reach a little more. Let's bring our knees back. Really feel that stretch now. Get warm. All right, slowly, let's come back up. Right, very good. Okay, deep squat stretch. And then we'll kind of get to, so let's bring our glutes below our knees. Our head feel our knees. My elbows are separating my knees. I'm upright. And we're just relaxing in this position right now. So you're breathing. All right, let's rise up slowly. All right, very good. Let's go grab a chair. I want to work on our ankles a little bit. So I don't want to do this by sitting down. Let me just check the chat. I have about 5 messages. Okay, just emails. Cool. All right. So again, today's workout, most of the exercises that we're working on our balance. If you feel safe, depending on our shoes can sometimes make us feel a little bit unstable. So, you know, it's up to you. As long as you feel safe, you could do this workout with your shoes or without your shoes. So keep that in mind. So let's just do the ABCs with each ankle. So again, just kind of working on that mobility. Mondays and Wednesdays class is a little bit, they're pretty similar. Like I said, they're more, I guess, longevity and health oriented, while Tuesday and Thursday is more fitness and cardio and developing muscle strength. But today is developing muscle strength too, and balance, of course, but just has a, I guess, a less strenuous component. A little bit more relaxed. And we walked away sore from the class the last Tuesday and Thursday. All right, switch legs. And I believe next Monday might be a holiday. So if that's the case, we might not have class next Monday. Just a heads up. Long weekend. All right, very good. Okay. Now we're just, this one we're just gonna, I'm gonna have the chair nearby. You know, I'm just gonna be rocking, you know, back to my heels and up to my toes. You know, when we're rocking on our toes, it's working on our calf muscles a little bit. And as we're rocking towards our heels, it's working on that anterior tibialis muscle, which is that muscle like right in front of our leg, of our shin. Pick that up a little bit. All right, and then I want you to just kind of lift that right foot and lean towards your left slightly. I'm leaning towards the chair, kind of working on this outside part of the tibia calf muscle. Okay, now I'm just gonna switch sides, or you could go the other direction. But yeah, and I want to do that on my right leg too. And then back to the chair. I want to stretch out that piriformis muscle a little bit, or that outside glute. So let's bring that leg over, and then I want you to lean towards that knee that's, you know, at a 90 degrees. Feel that stretch right here on this side. You feel it, Debbie? Good. So hold this for about 20, 25 seconds. If you don't feel it too much, lean a little bit more. Switch it. And let's relax. All right, so if you guys want to get your equipment, like I said, yoga mat, towel, chair. If you have a weight, that's great. A small rag. And first thing we're going to start off is when we get back is going to be rolling of our arches with a tennis ball or a golf ball. So if you could find something that we could roll our feet on, that'd be great. Even if it's a water bottle could help. But let's try to look for something. So, all right, Maria, I got you. Thank you. Just gather those equipment, and then we'll go from there. All right, so we're gonna start with some just standing, and then again, we're gonna have sets of about 5 different movements. And as we progress on throughout the workout, then we'll kind of transfer from standing to laying down exercises. So again, this one we're just gonna do high knee march. So again, just kind of bring those knees a little bit lower. You can go a little bit higher. And if you're a little bit more active, you could do a running high knee, or you could do a skate motion if you like. But really driving those knees up. So hip height would be right here, but if you could go even higher to get more range of motion, let's make an attempt at that. Okay, now let's do butt fingers. So let's bring those heels to your glutes. Really stretching out those hamstrings. You guys continue that. I'll check the chat. All right, Carol, no worries. Appreciate you checking in. All right, Carol, bye-bye. Okay, we got a lot of people that are just checking in today. Okay. Then we're going to do the standing abduction. So grab a chair. So we could do this several ways. So if you guys have the hoop bands that can go around your legs, go ahead and grab those. If you have dumbbells or weights, you can grab those too. So again, the hoop bands would be something of this sort. A band that looks like this. And these you can typically put around your thighs, right below the knees. If you don't have one of these, you know, you could go to your laundry room and grab a detergent container. All right, Debbie, you have something there, great. And then, and if, you know, if you have some dumbbells, you could grab a dumbbell. So if you have an item that's a little bit heavier, I want you just to press it against your body and kind of just lift up, okay? Now, if you have a band like Debbie and myself, let's put it right above our knees. And I want you to kind of stretch out, bring that right leg out and back in. If that's too easy, then lower it a little bit more below your knees and try to do that, okay? And if you don't have any equipment, just do that motion and control it on the way up and on the way down. So let's do 15 of these. You guys ready? Okay, here we go. So these are standing leg abduction here. So control on the way out, control on the way back. You should really feel that activating right there on that hip abductor. Roughly, do you have a band or just free weights? About 15 of these. You'll start feeling that leg that's posted fatigue out as well. All right, once you've done 15, let's do the other leg. So I'm just going to switch the chair, hold on to it. 15. All right, very good. Do the rest of you guys have weights by chance, or are you guys just doing that with the weight of your body? All right, for the next one, what I want to do is, so I'm going to be in this position here. Again, the bands are around my leg. And I just want to bring it back, control it on the way back. Okay. If you don't have any weights, what you could do is, you know, just kind of like support it using your own body weight. Stretching out back and then controlling it on the way back. Still about 10 on each leg. And switch. Feel that kind of working up here, activating around the hips. All right, so same thing. So bring that back. All right. Now with this one, you're gonna work on our balance a little bit. So again, just the Romerick stance. Romerick stance is just feet right next to each other. Okay. So we're just gonna hold this stance here, hands close to us for about 30 seconds, okay? So again, just kind of engage and being, not shifting your body weight too much. And if you feel like you're leaning forward a little bit too much or back or left or right, just be a little bit more conscious of activating those little muscles that keep you balanced. And now slowly, and if you want, if you have a chair nearby, so you can hold on to it in case you feel unbalanced, but let's lift left to right. And now up and down. All right, now we're gonna close our eyes, okay? Have that chair nearby, make sure you're safe. All right, let's close those eyes. And let's open them. All right, very good. Let's head on over to the floor now. So we're gonna come strengthening. We'll be a little bit more relaxed. Okay. So the ones that we're gonna do right now are similar to the ones that we just did with our bands. So these are alternates. Some of you guys had your bands, some of you guys didn't. So you're gonna lay down. And we're gonna do some straight leg lift with our legs. So first I'm gonna do my right leg. So my left leg. So my right leg's a little bit bent, more stable. And what I wanna do is lift that leg up and control it on the way down. Okay, and put the brakes on before it makes contact with the ground, and then lift again. Insane. It's activating our core as well. We're gonna do 10 on each side. So I'm breathing on the way up and then exhaling slowly on the way down. That seems too easy and you have that weight, you can put that weight, that dumbbell on your leg, and just kind of hold it with your hands, and then slowly back in. All right, about halfway there. One more. Very good. Once you're done, let's switch legs. Offset. Ready? The right leg up. If you have resistance bands too, the ones with the handles, you can always step with the handles of that other leg that you're not using, and then loop the band around your ankle and lift up and control that on the way down to add more resistance. A little tighter for me. A little more. Don't forget to breathe. All right, once you're there, we're gonna get on our sides. If you have that band, baby, you could put that around right above your knees again. Or you could put the dumbbell, if you guys have a dumbbell or a weight, you could put that resting on that leg. So, you guys come here. Oh. So again, so for this one's a lane Jane Fonda. It's on our side, and then we're lifting that leg and controlling it on the way down. Okay? If you don't have the loop, just do it with size you could go and move it back down. Control it. It's actually really tender. So you go a little bit higher without the band and control it. So that's the thing. You have more range of motion without the band. Control it. So if you feel like you're a little bit tight, maybe without the band would be better. So you could loosen up that muscle a little bit. But if you feel like your range of motion is there and you need to strengthen it a little bit more, then adding a dumbbell to it or resistance bands could be a little bit better. I think I'm lacking range of motion, so I'm gonna go without the band. Make sure you're breathing. Let's do 2 more. That's fine. All right, very good. I'm gonna switch. It's a long set. We're still on set number 1. Take a little break after this one. Just rotating. Is it a little challenging with the band, baby? So if you put the bands around the ankles, it might be more challenging. If you put them around the thighs, it might be a little bit easier. So again, let's do 12 of these. And remember, don't let your foot come down on your other foot. Make sure you control it. Very good. All right, let's take a little water break. Reset. A little bathroom break if you need to. Speed up back in like about a minute and a half. All right. This next one we're going to try here or do is we're going to be doing the tandem stance. So again, just working our balance a little bit. We're going to work on our balance quite a bit actually on this one. So as you can see. So again, this one I do like doing a little bit barefoot, or not a little bit, but all of it barefoot. And I'll have that rag near me too, so you can make it a little bit more uneven. I just feel a little bit safer being barefoot because I do feel like my feet are activating, my arches are activating. So I feel like, you know, I'm using my feet a little bit more than depending just on my shoes. So what happens if one day we're barefoot and we're falling, or if you have different types of shoes, so, you know, we could depend on our feet alone a little bit more. So that's kind of what the idea is for this. So right foot in front of the left foot. And again, just in this position, if you need to have a chair nearby, go ahead and do that. So we did a lot of hip abduction movements on this last set. Now on this next one, we're gonna work on some hamstring movements, okay? And then we'll work on some quads, and I do want to do some clamshells at the end, which is also for our hip abductions. And then, of course, our calves too. Okay, now let's look left to right. So I think this is where, you know, the left to right one, because our base, instead of being more like a square box, with our feet next to each other, it's more like a rectangle. So there's a lack of, you know, I guess, base on the horizontal plane. Now if we look up and down, I feel a little bit safer. A little bit, not completely, but just a little bit safer. And again, now you really feel those arches going left to right. So again, there's tendons on our feet, arches that go from our heel to our toes, and then arches that go from the right side of our foot to the left side. Just little cross bridges there. Okay, now that we're here, let's close our eyes, but really be careful. And again, if you feel like you're falling, open your eyes and make this stance here where you kind of make a safer, wider stance. You're gonna be safer the wider the base you have because your center of gravity is a little bit bigger. So again, let's close our eyes. If you feel like you're falling, just go to that, you know, how we do the giant hula hoops. Just go to that stance before you collapse. Eyes are closed. Making sure you're breathing. Your arches might be on fire right now. All right, very good. All right, let's go ahead and bunch up that rag. Just kind of make like a weird shape. It could be whatever shape you want it to be, but just stack it so it's a little bit uneven. I just like folding mine into, you know, fours. So when I do this, that left foot just has my toes on it. That right foot is just my heel and that middle arch. So it's a little uneven. So my back heel and my front toes are the only ones making contact. It's like a little bridge. So this makes it for my heel and my toes of the opposite foot to be a little bit more engaged. Let's get off that. Just 1 second. Got some background noise. Okay. This next one here, I think we've done RDLs before. So RDLs is typically this movement that we have a weight. So if you guys have a weight, go ahead and grab that. Something heavier would actually be better. So something on the heavier side. So I'm just gonna grab this detergent container, probably like 15, 20 pounds. Okay. Oh, grab something like that. Yeah, I have my dumbbells I can use. So I have my dumbbells here. So I'm gonna show the movement without the weights. So again, it's almost like that hamstring stretch. We're slight bend at the knees, and we're bringing our hands close to our body and back. So the one thing I want you guys to engage to is that your back is straight. I don't want you guys to be here arching. Your back should be, you're just arching or moving at the hips pretty much, okay? So the movement is gonna be here, back. And again, just let your head follow your back. Don't try to keep your head up or look at me on the screen too much. Just let your head go down with your back, okay? We're gonna go for 12 of these. Ready? Here you go. So each one should take about 5 to 8 seconds. Slight bend. Keep that back straight. If that weight's too much, just try to do it with your own body weight. If you're lengthening down, you should feel your hamstrings activating. More. Two more after this one. Relax. Relax. Just to relax the hamstrings a little bit, let's just do some ice skaters. So again, ice skaters, white stands. And again, let's just do a more relaxed movement. So, you know, let's just stretch those out a little bit more instead of trying to work on the speed. Let's just work on getting that range of motion. So as I'm leaning to my left, my right toes are pointing up to the sky. So that gives us a little bit more range of motion, or lengthens that calf muscle on that opposite leg. Okay. Very good. All right, now we're gonna do lunges, okay? Regular lunges, first we're gonna do 3-way lunges. So 3-way lunges would be lunge forward and back, lunge to the side and back, and then lunge back and back, okay? So we'll work on the right leg first. We're gonna do 5 on each leg. So again, 1, 1, 1, that's 1, then 2, 2, 2. So it's pretty much 3 exercises in one. The one thing I do want you guys to be engaged in, when you go on the side, I don't want this ice skater movement. It should be a lunge. So your hips, try to bring them as low as you can, okay? All right, you guys ready? So 5 each direction. Right leg first. Ready? Okay, go so up and lunge forward. Then off to the side. There you go. Then back, lunge. That's 1. We're doing 5. That's 2. That's 3. Little pop. 3 or 4? All right, when in doubt, just do one more. All right, this is 4. 5. All right, let's do the left leg. All right, you guys ready? Left leg, go ahead. 3-way lunge. 1. 2. 3. I know this is a slower exercise, but again, it demands big muscles. So, like I said, it's 3 and 1. So we're kind of cheating a little bit, I guess, but not really, just being more efficient. All right, very good. Whew. All right, so that's the hamstrings that we're doing here right now. Let's see. One more before we go down. Okay. We'll throw in the calves in there a little bit. So we're going to do some calf raises. If you could do single calf raises, even better. So let's actually make it an attempt for single calf raises. So single calf raise, I'm going to elevate my right leg. And I'm just lifting my left heel up. And again, I don't want to be pounding the chair too much. It's just there for balance or for safety. So let's do 15 on each side. So again, if you're watching, right leg is up, left heel comes off the ground. We're trying to hold that for about 1 or 2 seconds before we drop it. 1, 2, down. 1, 2, down. Let's do 12 on each leg. Down. So again, if you have issues with your Achilles tendons or your calves, this is really going to help that out. And your arches too, since you're activating on the leg going up. Good. Switch sides. Check this side. Six, 7, 8, 9. Going for 12 still. Again, holding for about 1 or 2 seconds up top. Okay. And since we're working on our hamstrings and our glutes, we're going to go back to the yoga mat, and we're going to do some bridges. So I forgot the name of them. All right, we're going to do some bridges. You can grab my water. All right. So for bridges, be down here. And again, if you guys have the resistance bands, you could benefit from those. So again, the around your legs, you can use those. So I'll try these. And again, these I found at Amazon. So it's 5 of them for about $12. So I think it's worth the investment. We use them probably in 2 or 3 of the classes that we have here. And again, it does add a little bit more resistance. And I know some of the movements can become boring. So again, this does gives us a variety for our workout. So you're gonna do 3 types of bridges. First bridges you're gonna do kind of like in the sit-up position, and we're gonna bring our hips off the ground and then back down. Okay, so I want you to hold and squeeze your glutes up here for about 3 seconds before we bring them back down. Okay? We'll do 10 of these, and I could count the hold. Ready? Up. 1, 2, 3, down. Up. 1, 2, 3, 2. Up. 1, 2, 3, 3. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up. 1, 2, 3, 5. Up. 1, 2, 3, 6. Up. 1, 2, 3, 7. Up. 1, 2, 3, 8. Up. 1, 2, 3, 9. Let's do 5 for the last one. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's relax. We'll give our glutes and our hamstrings a little bit of a break. Let's go back to our abductors. So for this one, we're just gonna rotate on our side. We're gonna do clamshells. So again, I still have the band here. My ankles above my ankle, knee above knee, hip, hip, shoulders on shoulders. So again, we're gonna do this. We're just separating at the knees and back down. Okay, so hold for about 3 seconds and back down. So I'll do the count again. Ready? Okay, up. 1, 2, 3, down. If you don't have a band, you can always put a weight resting on your leg like so. Okay, up. 1, 2, 3, down. 2, up. 1, 2, 3, 3. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up. 1, 2, 3, 5. Again, up. 1, 2, 3, 6. Up. 1, 2, 3, 7. Up. 1, 2, 3, 8. Up. 1, 2, 3, 9. Up. 1, 2, 3, 10. Good. So you guys should feel that on the hip abductor on that side. All right, we're gonna switch sides. Pretty chill, easy. Not too challenging workout today, but tomorrow we'll get it for sure. Okay, tomorrow's red hat, so Josefina, if you're listening, we'll get red hat tomorrow. Ready? Okay, up. 1, 2, 3, down. Up. 1, 2, 3, 2. Up. 1, 2, 3, 3. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up. 1, 2, 3, 5. Up. 1, 2, 3, 6. And try to hold it a little bit higher on these next ones if you can. Try to lift that knee a little bit higher. Up. 1, 2, 3, 7. Up. 1, 2, 3, 8. Up. 1, 2, 3, 9. Up. 1, 2, 3, 7. All right, very good. I feel that. Debbie, do you feel that? Right here. Rofani, did you feel that? Are you using Rofani or?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah,
okay.
Definitely feel there.
Yeah, that's
just using weight. Yeah.
okay. Awesome. Okay, so for this next one, we're gonna do a single leg bridge. So we did the double, so now it's single. So same similar movement, but now one leg, my right leg is straight. So it's not resting on my other leg. It's just straight, hands onto the side, and then lifting and hold for about 2 seconds before we drop. Okay, so now all of our weight is on one leg. Are you ready? Leg up. Okay, up. 1, 2, 3, down. Up. 1, 2, 3, 2. Up. 1, 2, 3, 3. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Really bring those hips up. Up. 1, 2, 3, 5. Squeeze those glutes. Up. 1, 2, 3, 6. Up. 1, 2, 3, 7. Up. 1, 2, 3, 8. Up. 1, 2, 3, 9. Last one. 5 seconds. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Take that leg out a little bit. All right. Now that left leg is elevating. That right glute and right hamstring are going to get put to work right now. Okay. Ready? Straighten that leg out. Okay, go. Up. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So I see some legs are up here. Let's try to keep the legs lined up with that other leg that's resting. So it should be parallel with it. Okay, not up here, just right with it. Okay, go. 1, 2, 3, 2. Yeah, that's better. Up. 1, 2, 3. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bring those hips up. Up. 1, 2, 3, 5. Up. 1, 2, 3, 6. Up. 1, 2, 3, 7. Up. 1, 2, 3, 8. Up. 1, 2, 3, 9. Last one, 5 seconds. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down. All right, very good. Those quads, those hip flexors. Well, not the quads so much, but the hip flexors and the hamstrings might be a little bit tender right now. So take a little break. We'll go back to some balancing exercises. So good. Let me straighten this out and check the chat real quick. Okay. I think we had some folks had to leave early. Started with a lot of you, but yeah, I think some folks just had to leave early. Okay. So now we're gonna go with the tandem stance, the left leg in front of the right. So once you guys are ready, we can get to that. Working our balance. The left leg in front of our right. And let's just hold in this position, have a chair nearby. left to right. Start looking left to right. Right, up and down. Right now, let's close our eyes. Let's open them. And let's find that little rag and just fold it a couple times. Let's use it for this stance. Okay, so our left foot was in the front, right? So let's get that again going. And let's just stand on that. A little uneven. It's already 110, so we'll do a few more exercises for our calf muscles and our quads. And then we'll do one last couple more for our balance, and then we'll cool down and then call it a day. So, not a crazy start to the week, but tomorrow we'll get after it. So, it's bring your A game. All right, let's hop off. Last time we did kind of rounded clock single leg squats, or it's like a slightly lunge. So if you guys remember, where we're standing here on one leg, and then we're leaning with our heel to the 12 o'clock, then to 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. So you guys remember that? And then we came this way, and that way. You guys remember that? So let's do 3 full clocks per leg, but let's try to almost touch like every hour on the dial. So if that makes sense. So we could get a little bit range of motion and strengthening. So we want to get that motion for every number on the dial. And that's going to work on our squat as well. Single leg squat. So if you think about it, we're doing about 30 to like 36, depending on how big your hours are. Slight lunges with these, slight lunges, slight squats. All right, I'm on the third one. If you could get a little bit lower, even better. I'm going too fast. Apologize. Okay, so I got 3 on each side. Go with the squatting on the right leg now, so or slight lunge. This is going to be more of like a reverse or counterclockwise since we're starting with the left now. You don't trip over the chair. Last one. This clock. Again, each full circle should be about 10 little mini lunges / single leg squats. Good. Whew. I'm gonna burn a little bit. All right, let's do a couple more for our quads before we go to our calves. So again, we did this one before, so let's do some wall sits. Again, find a wall, somewhere you're safe. If you're barefoot, make sure that you're not slipping off your socks. Make sure you're balanced. And then we're just gonna, if you could march or if you could be in this position, great. But if you could march, even better, okay? We're gonna go for 30 seconds. I'm actually gonna put my shoes on because I'm slipping. Are you guys ready? Okay, go, 30 seconds. Daddy, I think you're already squatting, right? All right, if you're there for 30, then you could relax. Then just hop on and then go for the 30. And if you can march, great. Or you can even kick. Just pressing my back to the wall. Ten more seconds. Three, two, one, off. All right. Whew. It's pretty demanding movement. We're gonna do some hopping movements right now. The hopping movements are gonna activate our calf muscles. So you can do two different ones. So right now we could just do the hops. So we're just bunny hops. The bunny hops are typically just trying to hop on your toes, but with the middle part of your feet, okay? So with our arches, we wanna jump in that area. If we can't do that too much, then I want you to do the hopscotch bounce. So it's gonna be forward, back, right, and left, okay? So we're just hopping in every direction. Then after that, we'll try a different one, okay? So I think for this one, if you could do the bunny hop, let's go with that one. Okay, ready? 30 seconds, okay, go. So again, we're trying to hop with our midfoot, not so much off our toes. Hopping off our midfoot is going to activate our arches more instead of our calves. Halfway there. Three, two, one, time. All right. You could just do some body weight squats. So right here, let's just squat down, up. Let's do 15 of these. Have a wider stance. So their point is slightly outwards. Very good. All right. If you guys have a dumbbell or some type of equipment, we're going to do kind of like the kettlebell swing. So if you have a dumbbell, how we would do that is you got the dumbbell between the legs, kind of squat down and swing. So if you from the side, it's not a squat, it's more like a thrust. So I'm kind of like trying to swing that dumbbell. And it's not, so the movement shouldn't feel like you're lifting the dumbbell with your arms. You should feel like it's swinging with the movement of your hips, okay? So we shouldn't be seeing this here. It should just be like that thrusting motion is bringing that dumbbell up, okay? We're gonna do 15 of those. Ready? Here you go. So again, let the thrusting motion bring the weight up. Try not to use your arms so much to lift the weight. Good. And we're going to do one last hopping one. So you can be barefoot for this one if you feel safe. So for this one, again, we're going to picture an imaginary line on the floor. We're going to do it the left leg first, and we're going to go hopping back and forth over the line, okay? We'll do that for 20 seconds. So again, if you feel unsafe, bring your other leg down. Just kind of catch yourself. That's probably a little bit easier than trying to balance yourself. So ready? 20 seconds. There you go. Just over the line. I'm barefoot, so remember, if you feel unstable, just bring your other foot down. All right, 3, 2, 1, time. All right. Right leg. You guys ready? Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1, again. 20 seconds. Three, 2, 1, time. All right, very good. Last one we're gonna do before we cool down, just gonna be the quadruped, alternating opposite legs to opposite arms. So again, this position here, hold, and alternate. So if you're doing it right, you should feel your glute activating as well. Okay, so try to keep your back straight. Try not to arch too much or slouch too much. Okay, we'll go for 8 on each side. Okay, so keep that hold up for about 2 to 3 seconds. Ready? Okay, up. 1, 2, down. Up. 1, 2, down. That's 1 on each side. Up. 1, 2, down. Up. 1, 2, down. Good. That's 2. Up. 1, 2, down. Up. 1, 2, down. That's 3. Now we're gonna go for 3 seconds. Up. 1, 2, 3. Up. 1, 2, 3. That's 4. Up. 1, 2, 3. Up. 1, 2, 3. Okay, the next 2 are going to be 5 seconds. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 6. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 7. The next 2, 10 seconds. Ready? Up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. All right, let's try to keep those legs straight back and not bent. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. All right, last one. 10 seconds again. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Down. Last one. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Down. Very good. Feel that lower back activating, that hamstring working. Oh, very good. So again, all of these, like I said, it's super good for your joint mobility. So hopefully you guys had a good one. But let's cool down before we call it a day. So, all right. Great, so let's start with the cool down. So that reset position. So let's just bring that left heel in, right leg back. Yeah. It got warm, huh, Rosani? Yeah. How are you doing, Debbie? Good. All right, great. Yeah, so Josefina, how are you? There.
Good.
Good. All right, red hat tomorrow.
No, I thought tomorrow I'm not gonna be there.
Oh man, cheater.
I'm gonna be. I hope I can do it.
Okay, no worries. All right, so yeah, I don't know how many of you competed in athletics, but you know sometimes it's the I wouldn't say easier, but the stuff that takes longer sometimes can be a little bit boring, like today or even Wednesday's class where it's just stretching and mobility. Sometimes, this is a Hollywood stretch. Sometimes that's, you know, it's a little bit annoying sometimes, especially if you're very competitive. But I feel like, and I kind of like, after doing this for about a month now, I think this is the little things that we need to do to kind of keep us healthy. It can't just be always grind and hard workout after hard workout. You know, some days you have to take it a little bit easier because your body does need to recover. But adding some movements into that will definitely help. Switch. And I've had pretty annoying calf issues for the last, I want to say like the last 15 years. And this is the first time, I guess in a long time where I don't feel it so much. And I think it's this class and the mobility and flexibility class on Wednesdays have helped me. And I think all the warm up and stretches that we do before and after the workouts. But yeah, this is the type of stuff that, all right, let's do the figure four. These are the types of movements and exercises I preach to my athletes that they should be doing on their, you know, on their free time. And, you know, I was being kind of like a hypocrite because I would never do it, but I would preach it to them. But now that I'm doing it, I actually see the benefits of it. And I definitely think this is something that we should continue to do. I don't know how many races I've missed or competitions because, you know, my calves are killing me or some other injury that could have been prevented because of the lack of not doing these exercises. Let's bring that hind arm across, so try to back to a little bit. All right, let's switch. Oh. I'm gonna bring that back arm over. Let's bring both heels in, midline.
Yes, stretching. This is the lowest my knees have gone. Usually I'm pressing them down with my elbows, but I can barely reach them this side. All right. Cross them. Yeah. Back, so kind of first position, heel in your midline, leg comes back, switch up that fly. Now I'm going to bring this leg in front, so my knee is directly in front of my chest, and this hind leg is perpendicular to this. So it's at 90 degrees from this leg to this leg. And then my hind lower leg is pretty lined up with my front foot. Okay, so I just want to be upright. So my left hand is just kind of keeping me straight. And the more upright I am, the more I'm going to feel it in this area here. Yep, perfect. You got it with me. So.
Okay, good.
So that lower leg behind you lines up with your foot in front of you. And then you got a 90 degree right here. Relax, switch. Back to the first switch. Position, back. You guys make sure you hydrate, eat right after this if you can. All right, let's bring that leg in front. And that hind leg aligning with your foot. And again, this arm is just trying to keep you upright so you can really stretch out this side here. Because if we're collapsing here, it's really not doing anything, but it's we're upright that we're going to feel it in this area. Then to take off. Right, and last one. Hopefully, I know you need a variation because sometimes you can feel this one. But again, it's kind of cross here, hamstring stretch. So it's kind of just like a similar stretch as the one where we did with the chair earlier. So same position, but we're leaning forward, but this is just kind of slouching. And again, if you're not feeling this one, same one that you could do is just kind of rolling your back, same position, and then just bringing that chest towards, that knee towards your chest. Switch, last one. So again, that initial position, and once you're there, you could roll on over to your back. All right, let's relax. And again, thank you for joining. I know it's only a few of you near the end, but again, I do appreciate you guys. And like I said, these are like the types of classes that, you might not feel too tired at the end of it. You might be like, oh, well, that was a little bit too easy, but these are the classes that are going to keep you healthy and longevity wise, are the ones that sometimes get ignored because they're not as challenging, but these are the ones that are a little bit more demanding, especially if you've had a lot of injuries. Like I'm very injury prone. So this is the type of class that I definitely need. So, but yeah, any questions before I'm going to start the recording, but any other questions before we head